Royal Rumble! Who cares about your pay-per-view? I don't care, because all you do is fuck everything up!
Before the YouTube channel, Kid Behind Camera would surpass 1.3 million subscribers. Before its creator, Michael Green, or Pickleboy, would document his dad's psychotic breakdowns and turned him into an internet sensation known as Angry Grandpa. Before Michael Green befriended fellow YouTuber McJuggernuggets and bonded with him over their mutual experience with destructive fathers. For the record, I've already done it before they were famous on McJuggerNuggets and Angry Grandpa. Before Michael would forever be known as Pickleboy after a prank on his own father backfired on him.
Pickle-boy! Pickle-boy!
Michael Green was raised in a chaotic household infested with cockroaches and mice living in a trailer park. His father is a war veteran and often had violent episodes, suffering from bipolar disorder. The outbursts, they became second nature to the boy and his siblings, but despite the environment, Michael became a well-spoken and intelligent guy. Soon his dad's behavior just became too much, and he wanted to get it on tape so he could show him just how awful he was to the family. The footage would prove to change their lives in a way no one had ever guessed. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McJuggernuggets, and this time I've got something a little different for you.
My name is Michael Green, and welcome to Before They Were Famous. Now,
Not you, you ain't famous. What the fuck makes you think you famous?
I'm not saying that I'm famous, I'm saying the name of the show.
You got to say you're famous. You ain't
The
famous.
name of the show is Before They Were Famous.
You ain't never been famous.
It's the name of the show.
Shut up. Name of the show?
Before They Were Famous.
I'm on Before They Were Famous. Bullshit.
I know, I can't believe that just happened. Big things are happening here, folks. Let's roll that intro. Michael Green, aka Pickleboy, aka Kid Behind Camera, was born on June 2nd, 1987 to Charles Green Jr. and his mother Tina. His father is a Vietnam War veteran who suffered or still suffers from bipolar disorder, alcoholism, obesity, and depression. His mother Tina married Charles in a shotgun wedding 5 years earlier when they found out she was pregnant with their first child. Now Michael is the youngest of three siblings, Charles, Jennifer, and Kim, and his early life was spent growing up in a trailer park. His dad's behavior was often destructive and erratic. Although Michael became the voice of reason to his angry grandpa, he did in fact inherit his father's gene, making his hair go gray at an early age. Growing up in North Charleston, they didn't have the best living conditions. His home was infested with cockroaches, and his mom had all these horrible stories about them. When he's 11, she told him a story about how one time a roach crawled into his dad's ear and got stuck behind his eye. They had to go to the hospital for surgery to get it out. Why don't we have Michael tell us a little more about cockroaches?
When you grow up in a house that's already filled with roaches and you're already scared to go to sleep, it doesn't help when your family's adding terrifying stories like roaches crawling into your grandparents' ears and sleeping behind their eyes and having to get surgery, and it was terrifying living in my house.
Well, that story, it traumatized Michael for some time, and he would make a routine of stuffing his ears with cotton balls before he went to bed. But one time, the ball went so far in his ear that he couldn't find it, and he tried to dig it out with a rusty nail. Ugh.
That's kind of fucked up people we were. I dug cotton out of my ears with a nail.
Despite his low socioeconomic background as well as verbal abuse from his father, Michael is surprisingly intelligent and mentally competent, but he's a little overly sensitive. Let's see what he has to say about that.
I'm overly sensitive?
Yeah?
He thinks I'm overly sensitive.
You are. You're oversensitive.
Shut up! Okay. Maybe a touch.
He also seemed interested in performing and wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but was too afraid to get up on stage. He did have an appreciation for the theatrics, over-the-top entertainment, and from an early age he was a huge pro wrestling fan. Michael collected a bunch of their action figures and would stash them away, playing with them whenever he could. Let's see what he has to say about that.
So I get bored all the time, and this is what I do when I'm bored.
You're so cute.
It's not funny. I agreed to let you film this if you don't laugh.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Okay, go ahead.
Stop laughing at me, I can see it in your face.
You're so cute.
They need to do like a Before They Were Famous on like Stone Cold or something. Do I not have a Stone Cold figure?
Alright Michael, I promise you I will get it done.
If they really want to do a really good Before They Were Famous, Paul Heyman.
That would be so cool.
Michael dropped out of high school when his family moved trailer parks and he was a lot farther from his school, so he was just like, fuck it. He had worked at Koala's and Walmart for a little, but then worked at Wendy's by their trailer for a couple of years, and he hated it. He would often come home complaining about his day. But Living with his dad was getting harder and harder to deal with until one day Michael approached him and asked him for a camcorder so he could show him how much of a menace he actually was.
Dad was being such an overbearing asshole that I had to get a video camera for Christmas. I had to show him what he was doing. I had to show my sister in New York what he was doing. It was completely ridiculous. He was out of control, and I just wanted to show him on camera.
On Christmas Day 2007, his dad came and dressed as Santa Claus while Michael was filming the day with his new camcorder. When his father saw the family had opened the presents without him, well, he flipped out. He yelled at the family saying they'd ruined Christmas. After fuming and stomping around like a maniac, he stormed out of the room, leaving his daughter crying on the kitchen floor, one grandchild getting buried in an avalanche of wrapping paper, and a baby crying. It was a display they had grown used to seeing. But this one Michael got on tape. He uploaded the video titling it Grandpa Ruins Christmas, and the world was mesmerized by this dysfunctional family.
You need to quit telling these youngins about Santa Claus, because you know they ain't none. The time people grew up, that's like, man damn.
There's a scene.
That's like saying you believing in the government.
The video was a hit, and Michael thought he could really make something out of documenting his father's ridiculous outbursts. But the views, they were not that big for him to make any money on YouTube, not yet. An opportunity came to intern for an online company which would eventually lead to a paid position. He'd be able to work from home and earn an income while still having time to produce his own videos. Michael had a choice to make: working for free and pursuing his career, or getting stuck at Wendy's. He decided to take the internship, and it paid off. Soon the internship turned into a paid job as a webmaster working under Paul Heyman. The work-at-home job left the schedule flexible enough to crank out a few videos a week on the Angry Grandpa YouTube channel, as well as his own channel, Kid Behind Camera. He first started posting videos of Angry Grandpa in 2007 and early 2008 on eBombs World and Break.com. That was before he was posting videos to the official Angry Grandpa YouTube channel. Now Michael has stated that if he hadn't worked for free trying to get a paying position, he would have had to take a low-paying job at Wendy's or Walmart, and he could have ended up there for the rest of his life. But of course, because of that camcorder his father got him, we all know it worked out a little differently. It was around this time that Michael met his current girlfriend Bridget on MySpace, and Bridget would go on to become a key player in the videos and would appear in them frequently. When Michael first told his dad he was posting videos of him online, well, Angry Grandpa, he got really angry. He freaked out, but the viewers, they loved that even more. And then they would encourage them to get up to even crazier stuff. But the upside to all this, Angry Grandpa, he was looking in the mirror, and he didn't like that reflection on YouTube. So he decided, maybe I'll shape up. Now their original account, it was suspended in 2009 for violating terms of use. It later returned in 2010 with this video.
Hey, YouTube! YouTube, you can suck my fuck. What do you want me to do? Be God politically correct? Fuck that. No, hold that motherfucker.
In some of the early videos, Michael got a rise out of his dad by hiding his antidepressant and bipolar medications from him. But soon Angry Grandpa started pranking him right back. Michael got the name Pickleboy when Angry Grandpa tried to prank him. He threw pickles at him, but it backfired and failed. And Grandpa, well, he went ballistic. Michael ran into the bathroom to hide and dumped some flour on Angry Grandpa to stop him. But Grandpa poured the entire bottle of pickles on Michael. He was all green and gross, while Charles was shouting, "Pickleboy, Pickleboy, Pickleboy," and that's been his name ever since. Michael, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I really love the name Pickleboy. You know, it's one of those things that it's been with me for so long, and it's a part of my growing up that I don't know what I would be without it.
Pickleboy continued to mastermind the Angry Grandpa show, pushing the envelope for the viewers. The antics got wilder, and tempers burned hotter and hotter, and things got really fucking gross. The success of that channel soon trickled over to his vlog, Kid Behind Camera, where he posts videos on Grandpa's meltdowns and pranks, as well as random videos on all sorts of things, including updates of future videos, as well as stories about Grandpa growing up. His kid persona became more hostile and began to act more like Angry Grandpa, in which he began angrily complaining and throwing fits over wrestling.
He left! Batista left for 3 fucking years and then comes back and wins the Royal Rumble!
Michael also befriended Jesse Ridgway, known for his YouTube channel McJuggerNuggets. He and Jesse started following each other's vlogs and couldn't help but notice that their dads had something in common.
I'm never gonna quit playing! He's having it!
Pickleboy's talent for creating shocking and outrageous content has earned him quite a bit of success on his multiple channels, the Angry Grandpa channel being the most successful and has earned over 3 million subscribers.
And I love you.
Ew.
I love you too, Michael.
Your fucking ass sounded like it was hollowing out.
But the kid ain't stopping now. He's even appearing on this channel. Michael, it was great having you.
You've been a worthless piece of shit.
As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is before they were famous.
So, that was my before they were famous. And for the record, I don't think that I'm famous. I'm not famous. I'm not famous. The name of the show is Before They Were Famous, and look, Mike, I'm not famous. But subscribe to his channel anyway, so you can see more people who actually are. But that's not me. I'm not famous. I'm just a guy.